Good morning, Fathom, Colorado. Hey, it's Anna Kibble, your district director here, and it's March. It's a beautiful day. If you're anything like me, March is a time where you plan a getaway for the year. Maybe you have kids in school and it's spring break. Maybe you just want to be able to take a nice long weekend before the spring market hits. Whatever the case may be, you might be thinking about how to take a vacation this month or as you're planning your business. So I thought I would drop in today with a couple of tips to help you take a really successful vacation in real estate, how you can actually get away, how you can actually get away. So let's start with this. The first thing to really be able to get away in your real estate business is you've got to evaluate where your current business is at so you can understand what needs you have while you're gone. Do you have active clients? Do you have active listings? Do you have buyers who are searching for homes? Then, if that's the case, you may need to have an agent who you can partner with who's on call, right? Who can show homes or who can answer questions or receive offers if you have an active listing. If you have properties that are under contract, you may need an agent who can partner with you on your inspection objection or meeting the inspector at the property, right? You might also, if you're under contract, want to have your transaction coordinator really heavily involved if you're using one. There's lots of moving parts during the contractual process. How are you going to manage those when you're away? And if you're going to be away during a time when you have a real estate closing, right? The state of Colorado does allow any Fathom agent in our brokerage to attend that closing for you, right? They do have to be in our brokerage. So if you have a closing coming up, can you partner with another agent, have them attend the closing in your place? Okay. So take a look at all of those things inside of your business and then start by leveraging the tools that you already have, the support systems you already have in place. Are you able to do a autoresponder on your email that lets people know you're away for a certain period of time and has them reach out to your transaction coordinator or to the other agent who is watching your business? Okay. A great tip there is to just make sure that your TC is copied. If you're using a transaction coordinator, copy your TC on all of those emails coming through your inbox while you're out. That way, your TC doesn't miss anything important to the transaction file. Update your voicemail greeting. Let people know that you're away and how communication will be handled. This is especially useful if you're going to be away in an area where you don't have cell service and you're not able to respond to text messages or voicemails or anything like that. Letting people know that you will be away for a period of time and then even give them an opportunity, additional contact information, right? If you have a question, right, so and so is covering my business, please reach out at this telephone number or send me an email at my email address. Whoever's watching my business will have access to my emails, whatever that looks like. Okay. Call forwarding. Now, a call forwarding doesn't always work, but it can, especially if you're going to be, if you're anticipating telephone calls regarding your business and you're going to be out of cell service, you might want to set up a forwarding number and actually have your cell phone forward to that agent you're partnered with on your business so that nothing gets missed. Call forwarding is fairly easy to set up. All of our phones are going to do that a little different in our cell services, but it's an available option for all of us. Now, text messages are a little bit different. Unless you're using um, a text service like WhatsApp or something like that, then text messages typically are based on your carrier. And if you're traveling somewhere where you're going to be roaming or you're going to be abroad, then text messages may not be as easy. And we typically can't forward those. So you may just want to think about what's going to happen there. for your text messages? What's your plan to handle that communication? Okay. So I mentioned it a couple of times. Partner with another agent. Well, what does that look like? I'll be honest, it can look like however you want it to. There's really no rules in place for how this works. It's going to be the arrangement that works with you and the agent you're partnering with. And that might vary, right? This vacation might look different than another vacation. You might partner with a different agent every time, or you might partner with the same agent for years. Something that you can do, and a lot of agents do, is when they found an agent who's a good match to partner with, right? They take care of their clients a similar way. Maybe they work the same geographic area. Maybe you've just got a good relationship and you communicate well. You trust them. You feel like they're integrous, all of those pieces. You can set up a coverage agreement with them and trade time, right? So you know what? Hey, I'll take your phone calls and watch your business. I'll be gone for spring break, and I know that you're going to be gone for a week in the summer, and we're just going to trade time. I'll watch yours and you'll watch mine. This can work very well. And it also really helps you to take some of that pressure off when you need to go away, having an agreement, a long-term agreement with another agent to set up something like that. Um, Depending on the type of need you have in your business while you're away, you can set up some pay per service things. Like if you have an active buyer who may need to see houses, but you're going to be available to write contracts and walk through the contractual process with them, you might just need somebody who can show homes and doesn't need to be further involved in your business. Or um, um, if you have a home inspection coming up, but you're otherwise available to be there for your clients, even though it's remote, you can work with that agent maybe just to do the inspection or the closing. Typically, these pay per service pieces, you're going to be compensating that other agent for their time, and you might compensate them directly through, just like Venmo or something like that. You would compensate them for their time. Okay. So what a lot of agents do, and I think this is the best thing to do in your business, if you're going to be away and you really want to get away, well, partner with an agent and have them partner with you on those transactions as a co-agent, a co-listing agent, or send them that client on a referral basis and accept a referral feedback. One of the great things about doing this is you really are truly able to get away. You can go, not bring your laptop, be out of cell range, not check your messages. Life is good. You're able to get away a little better. That co-listing really helps to take that pressure off, and it prepares your clients for whatever might happen, right? So if you have an active buyer who's looking at homes, you could have a co-listing agreement with another agent. And while you're gone, they can show homes. And then if that buyer finds a property that they like, your co-listing agent can write the contract, negotiate on their behalf, and just move forward with them. Now, while you're gone, if they don't find something that they like and they're going to continue on, well, make an agreement to compensate that agent for the time that they've spent and terminate the co-listing agreement, right? So that they're now out of the picture when you're back. That can be a great thing to do if you've got right, if you've got one of those trips where you really need to get away, or if you need time off for something. If something's happened in your life or your business, right? Maybe you have a big life event, like you're having a baby, or there's been a death in the family or something like that. Partner with another agent, have them just take over your business for a period of time. You can co-list for them, or you can have clients work directly with them as a referral basis, and then you're just receiving the referral fee. Now, people ask me all the time, how much do I have to pay for something like that? Well, I mean, obviously, it's real estate and everything's negotiable, but I'll tell you what I've seen. I'll tell you what I've seen. If you're co-listing with somebody, depending on the amount of support you're expecting inside of that transaction, you're probably between 30 and 50% sharing of the commission. on that, right? If you know you're going to be away for just a period of time, maybe on the lower end, but if you're really going to be working together for that whole transaction, then 50-50 seems pretty reasonable there. Um, you could also do that on a referral basis. Now, typically, when we're referring a client to somebody, we'll see that 25 or 35% referral fee, but that's completely negotiable. And if you've got a ready, willing, and able client who's completely ready to go, all you need is all that agent needs to do is execute, right? Execute the showings or the listing or whatever that is. Then perhaps a higher referral fee makes sense. So this is all open to negotiation. Here's what you should do. Whatever it is you decide on with that other agent, put it in writing. Put it in writing, execute that written document with signatures so that you know everybody's on the same page. This will serve as your referral or your co-listing agreement. Of course, if you're co-listing, you do both need to be on the exclusive rights documents. Um, um, to ensure that the client has a relationship with both agents. You can't just have an agreement between the agents. The client needs to be involved in this conversation as well. Hey, and the last thing you should do, regardless of what your plans are, if you're going to be gone away from your business for any length of time, send me an email. Let me know. Let me know so that I have it on file. That way, if something happens while you're away, I know how to handle that. I know who's handling your business, or I know, like, if you're away and out of the country, but still doing it all yourself, I know that maybe you're not going to be able to respond until later in the day. Or if an agent reaches out saying that there's a lapse in communication, then I'll know exactly why that is because you're traveling and can help support you in support of your clients. So, here are some tips on how to take a vacation in real estate. Here's the last tip. It's not on the screen, but you should do this. Please, please take a vacation in real estate. We work very, very hard for our clients. We take excellent care of them. And this is one of those business opportunities that sometimes it feels like we're always working. You deserve to take some time off. Set those expectations. Let me know if you need any help getting away. By all means, take a vacation. And before you take a vacation, go ahead and take action. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.